Good evening, all.
Good
So we're
afternoon.
talking today about fast forward, harnessing AI and data dynamics in the media production. So while we're here, we are both experts in the media production field. So we are working with production. Just to go ahead, I'm Hermann Campo from Zaibr Innovation. I'm a machine learning developer for 10 years. I'm making everything about the media field, creating from scratch models like synthetic voice, transcription, not using just an open source or an API. We go through the dust and to the dirt, and we try to do it from scratch. The most things to be on premise and helping the market. And this is Martin Oernich.
Yes, I'm running a dubbing company here in Potsdam-Babelsberg, and we are very much focused on dubbing Japanese anime series, and we are one of the leading companies in this niche. And yeah, so we've.
Yeah, I will go forward and you will come soon. So I just wanted to explain to you, we're not in a field where we say AI is the future. It's the present. We're already working since 10, 15 years with AI. You don't know. In Photoshop and Premiere, we have so many tools. You have so many things we're using AI, machine learning, some stuff which is helping you to improve your time, be more efficient, but is nothing where we try to look to the glass ball and think what can be the future. We're not on an area where we don't know what's coming next in the AI field. It's not that we're implementing now some very new thing. It just arrived to the global audience, and they begin to understand that's AI. So and that came with ChatGPT, you know it, I hope. And this was the first arrival when AI was invented for some people. But we are here to explain to you that we're way more in the need to implement AI into the complete production workflow and using data dynamics, data information to be more efficient and not just playing around with ChatGPT, creating some cool images or some small videos. We're in the need to use AI to become AI as a part of our productivity. So AI is based on data and workflows. If you have done once Excel work, who has done it once? I hope or think everyone. Have you tried to work on Excel and do calculations without your data? I'm pretty sure it will be very difficult because you see just a blank sheet. So you have nothing to do, you have no understanding what is the data about, what you should calculate, because you have no idea about the data. This is the same to AI. Machine learning needs data to understand what happens. But the data is not just enough, because we are starting with data. So we have tons of data we received, and then we try to implement them, and we tell our editors, for example, in a dubbing studio or a production company, we have data, now use AI. The poor editor gets overwhelmed because he has no idea what to do, because in his workflow, there is no space for AI, because they are just I'm just using now my Avid, my Pro Tools, my Audition, my other tools. So they have their whole workflow, their pipelines. They have steps, what they need to do to create a production, to be creative, to create something new in this field. And now try to bring AI to this field is very hard for people which never has done this. That's why we're talking about AI and data and workflows, because if you have the data, you need also to have the workflow. If you have the workflow, you need to have the data. Without both, you will fail and be very efficient and productive in the media production field. So I worked as head of research for 3-4 years in a film production company here in Babelsberg, and we had the big topic that we want to organize the data. We want to organize the data during a complete process, from first script ideas to the script over to the whole distribution, and connect them on all levels in the film production. you need to imagine how much data you can collect on that way. If you just imagine like a big movie like Matrix, they start finding out which is the set, which is the location, where we do it, which is the people in the background, and, which are the actors. In Germany, which voice actors we would use, which are the props we are using. You have millions of data, metadata overall. And we calculated all the data, we counted everything we got, and we found out that you will get less than 1% of the data which will survive the production workflow after you collected all the data. So 1% of the complete metadata we collected during the post-production will survive the complete production workflow because you use one software, you're cutting the takes, the tracks, you're doing some SFX, then you're exporting it into a new data format, you're importing it into another software. You're doing your stuff, some SFX, some VFX, and then you're again exporting it to another field, another software. But the final result where you just keep 1% of your data maximum. And we counted also what can be recorded as metadata is less than 0.001% during the whole process. So what we created in this research project is we counted all the data. We created an ontology which called digital media ontology, and this we're collecting all data in a separate XML field, so you will technically able to import your files from Avid Pro Tools to Audition or to any other solution because we have all the metadata collected in one medium. This went later on imported to the EBU core, and this is where we all got this data from. So we have now the data, we know we need to collect them, but we need also to go ahead with our workflows because I don't know, have you ever edited a video with a bigger production? You would go crazy. There's so many files, and I was freaked out the first time I've seen it because you have the whole files there, and they said, this is the whole folder with files we don't use. So why you're showing this to me? I want to see only the files, and this were way longer because just small seconds with parts and else, and that's why there are existing companies which are smaller mostly, which don't have workflows. So we recommend build some basic workflows. If you have workflows without AI, check your workflows. Are they really efficient? Which are the best one? Because you ask your editors or your team what you're doing to create, let's say, a small TikTok snippet, how you create it, how you cut it, how you export it, how you correct the audio, and ask this all the editors. You will get from everyone a different answer, so you need to have a common sense, because you can only use AI in a real intelligent and smart way if you have one workflow, which is the most efficient one. You can't adapt it to 10 workflows, it would be too expensive to implement everything. So this is our recommendation. Without AI, trying to find ways where you can implement AI. And if you have AI, you will be way more efficient, more productive. You will have no problem in starting new business models by using AI. And AI doesn't just improve the workflows, it accelerates the complete business models. And this is something which is completely new, because we're not talking in an old-fashioned way. We created some creative product, we try to distribute it, but we need to find a market there, because otherwise it's too expensive to export it, or nobody will buy it. So we need to think very old school in the classic way of media production. If we go now using AI, we have more fields, because the costs on putting it into the next level or a next language is way cheaper than doing a classic, for example, dubbing. And this is why where I want to hand over to Martin, because we created one use case where we do AI dubbing, which means using the German audio and bringing it to the other markets by using AI, but which is incremental, which is not disruptive, which is some unique way. Because if you check around in San Francisco and other areas in the world, they try every time to disrupt the industry. And we said this is not possible because in Europe we have the strongest dubbing industry in the world. We can't disrupt it because then we have all voice actors against us, first of all. And second, we want to help to go to other markets. And now, Martin, it's your turn.
Yes. Everybody is thinking about how to make dubbing cheaper and faster and whatever. But I think in Germany we do the dubbing the best in the world, and everybody knows. And I think no client in Germany will accept if we do the dubbing with an AI machine. So this is my opinion, and so we thought about what can we do. So there are enough language territories in Europe. They don't know any dubbing. Let's say Bulgaria, Romania, Poland, and so on. And we thought about doing our dubbings for these territories with our German voices, yeah, and so the strategy of our model is to have it done legally safe in accordance with our voice artists, and I just show you the workflow. Hermann talked about the workflow. What it is at the moment, how we do the dubbing. Yes, you see the original. We get the original material, and first we do the translation, the script editing, and so on. And then we do the voice recording with the German voice artists. And then the editing, mixing, then we make the screeners and we deliver the German version. And now Hermann came across with his AI machine and we developed our new workflow. So we do the same in the beginning. So we do the German dubbing, we do the translation and the recording of the German voices. And then we give all the tracks that we have recorded and edited into this AI machine, and we cloned the voices into different languages. And then afterwards we do the mixing and the screener production. And we could deliver the same anime. This is our main business, to produce Japanese animes in several languages like Polish, Turkish, and whatever. So I think this is a way how we can implement AI work in legally secure in our job and to expand our business with the help of AI. And so the main point for us is that the work that we do is completely legally safe. So we know exactly the voice actors. We are using their voice. We are using their expression, their playing, and their yeah, it's sometimes this is what an AI cannot do by itself. So we need to do this with our voice actors, and and we go into countries where no dubbing exists at the moment. So for them, it's a win-win for all of us.
Yeah.
So we show you just a 2-minute example.
Yeah.
How to start it?
Yeah. Again, press again.
Huh? Again?
Klicken. This is the manual edited from TNT.
Bist du verletzt? Mach das nächste Mal lieber das Licht an, wenn du die Treppen runtergehen willst.
Wie bitte? Kann mir jemand erklären, warum ich auf einmal wieder in diesem Haus hier bin?
Ganz einfach, weil das hier vorübergehend dein Zuhause ist. Bis du irgendwann deine Erinnerung wiedererlangt hast, ist das dein Zuhause. Und so freche Ausreißerinnen wie du müssen zur Not auch mit Muskelkraft wieder hergeschleppt werden.
Was? Yuichi hat mich hierher gebracht?
Ja, genau. Er hat dich gefunden und dann allein bis nach Hause getragen.
Und die Katze?
Aslında merdivenlerden aşağı inersin.
Yaralandın mı? Bir dahaki sefere merdivenlerden inmek istediğinde ışığı açmayı unutma.
Anlamadım. Bana biri neden tekrar bu evde olduğumu açıklayabilir mi?
Çok basit. Çünkü burası geçici olarak evin. Hafızanı geri kazanana kadar burası senin evin ve senin gibi yaramaz kaçaklar gerekirse zorla geri getirilir.
Ne? Beni buraya Yuichi mi getirdi?
Evet, aynen. Seni buldu ve sonra seni tek başına eve taşıdı.
Bu kedi...
In realtà si scendono le scale.
Sei ferito? La prossima volta accendi la luce se vuoi scendere le scale.
Come? Scusa, qualcuno può spiegarmi perché sono di nuovo in questa casa?
Semplicemente perché questa è la tua casa temporanea. Finché non recuperi la memoria, questa è casa tua e piccole ribelli come te devono essere riportate indietro anche a forza se necessario.
Cosa? Yuichi mi ha portato qui?
Sì, esatto. Ti ha trovato e poi ti ha portato a casa da solo.
E il gatto?
Zazwyczaj schodzi się po schodach.
Czy jesteś ranny? Następnym razem włącz światło, jeśli chcesz zejść po schodach.
Przepraszam, co? Czy ktoś może mi wyjaśnić, dlaczego nagle znowu jestem w tym domu?
Po prostu dlatego, że to jest tymczasowo twój dom. Dopóki nie odzyskasz swoich wspomnień, to jest twój dom, a takie zuchwałe uciekinierki jak ty trzeba czasem siłą przyciągnąć z powrotem.
Co? Yuichi mnie tu przyprowadził?
Tak, dokładnie. Znalazł cię i zaniósł sam aż do domu.
Chodź!
Ich glaube, das Prinzip ist klar.
Yes.
Und ja.
Yeah, so just to bring it down for our USP, what we're not doing like competitors, we're not using just an external API. We have developed it from scratch from ourselves. What we did, we make it 100% transparent, together, hands-on with the voice actors. So we are collaborating with them, we are sitting together, we are trying to find business model to work with them and give them the possibility to benefit of it. For each language, they get compensation and not that we just stole their voice and do whatever we want. And these are just some small things what we keep in mind. For the key takeaways we recommend you is check your data you have in your company. Try to collect as much as you can in each way you can. Be ethical and transparent with the AI solutions. Ask them what they are doing and ask deeply if this is really AI they're using or just some Excel calculation. Prepare the workflows to integrate AI, because if you don't prepare this, it will fail. Keep and store all data, like already said. Prepare the team, because you need to train them. You need to take time to train your team to make it possible in the media production workflow, and start top down. So the boss needs to give the time to let them learn and also to be able to fail. So it becomes to become from top down to bottom up, and your employees start to get own ideas, find a solution which helps your workflows. And if you're interested to have a chat about it, just contact us. Talk now with us or later, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you.